VMware workstation. We will install. We will create one host first, and after that, we will install ESXi on that. Okay. So first, let's create a host. Okay. So click on File, New Virtual Machine, and go to Customize option, Station 7.17.5, and then we will select the installer. We have the installer here. Kept it in a particular directory here. So, so the directory name is ISO, I believe. Station Windows here is install. Okay, VMware VMvisor installer 7.1. So we are going to install the version VMware ESXi 7.03. Okay, so now go to next, and the operating system, guest operating system is VMware ESX. Okay, guest operating system means the operating system which we are going to install. Okay, the version is 7, correct? So I'm giving a new name here, 2. You can see that here I have already installed 2 more hosts, ESXi host, that is 7.1, and one NAS I have installed here just to increase the storage capacity of the ESX server. Later add this NAS drive storage and add the storage to the ESX host server which we are going to install. Basically the NAS I have installed, that is true NAS, and we have the NFS here, so that this ESXi host, which is a Linux operating system, can be easily communicate with that NFS share. Okay, so click on next. Number of processors 2, 1. Next. Okay. Memory, the minimum memory of ESXi is 8 GB, so I'm giving it 8192. Okay, and next. So allocate memory must be multiplier. Okay, 8192. Sorry, 8192. It's a typing mistakes. Okay, next. So the network I'm keeping NAT. Okay, the hard drive type is SCSI, SCSI type, and we're creating a new virtual disk. Okay, and by default the minimum storage capacity for installing this is required for installing this ESXi server is 142 GB. ESXi 7 version 7. In previous 6.5 and older that was 40, and now it is 142. Okay, so click on next, and one more option is there, split virtual disk. We will select split virtual disk into multiple. Splitting the disk makes it easier to move the virtual machine to another computer, but may reduce the performance with very large disk. Okay, we will not use this option, allocate all disk space now. What will happen then? Then it will unnecessarily cover the 142 GB. So it is not required. So we'll go with this option. Split virtual disk into multiple files. You can select store virtual disk as a single also. However, next, and browse, select the folder where we are going to install this. That is where I have installed it. Let me check it. It is no. It's where extension. Just a minute. Let me check the path first. Open a new window in. Okay, let's check the path where I have installed it. See user documents virtual machines. This is the path. Okay, so close this window unless I do not click, but see documents virtual machines, and you just create a folder here. That is, this is the name of the folder. Same name, easier to understand. So this one, then next, just customize the hardware just to check. You have taken the memory as 8 GB memory. Okay, processor 2 numbers. Virtualization, virtualize Intel PT, XPT. This option should be checked so that we can use the nested virtualization, because I'm going to install ESX server on a virtual machine. So this full path should be checked. Okay, now close these options. Okay, one more thing I need to check, that is now close, finish. Okay, so a new host is created. Go to settings, options. One more thing I have to do just to make increase the speed of the virtual machine. What? Okay, now the option is not available here. Okay, we will continue with the option. Power the. Now we will start virtual machine and it will boot from the CD-ROM drive. Okay, now this one. So you can just see how it is installed. What are the steps? It will take a little bit time. Move to the next train where the installation will be done. Okay. These files are being loaded to install the ESX host, the virtual machine. So now the initial services have been installed. Get the ESXi host on the virtual machine. So now the initial files are installed. Now it will ask for the welcome to VMware ESXi 7.0.3. Now it will ask, we will start installation. So click on enter, click on function 11, scanning for the applicable devices, and now it found the 142 GB storage. that we have selected, that is the virtual storage. Okay. Okay. Now setting up root password as it is a Linux machine, so administrator is root. So now click on F11. Okay, so it will install ESXi 7.0.3. Now the installation is completed, and now it is asking for to remove the installation media before rebooting. So what I will do, we will go to the host and go to settings, and then go to CD-ROM drive and disable this, uncheck this these two options. So it will not, the drive will not be connected after rebooting. Okay, so now we will reboot. It is asking for the reboot. So press enter, it will reboot. It is started, first time booting. So guys, thus we have installed an ESXi host version 7.0.3 version, and that is installed on a virtual machine in a VMware workstation. So as first till I have not configured the DSC means static IP, so it will fetch the IP address from the DHCP, by default DHCP, and it will fetch an IP address, and later we will show how to change the IP address host name of this ESXi host. Okay, so first let it be start. Yeah, now it is started, and you can see that as I've configured it as a NAT network, so it has taken the DHCP IP address is 192.168.159.132. Okay, so what I will do now, and you can see in the screen, F12 is for shutdown and F2 is for customize system. So we will customize the system, and here we will press F2. Okay, we'll ask for the root password. So I have already set the root password. So click on enter. So here you can change the password, root password. Okay, and various options are there. Configure management mode. Configure management mode means here you can management network. Here you can change the network. So enter on it. So go to IPv4 configuration. Okay, so IPv4 configuration, here you can set the static IP address and press tab and or down arrow. Change the IP address. So suppose it is 10. Okay, so 10 is the IP address. Okay, so subnet mask is same. Get default gateway by default is same. So enter. Okay, and now the custom DNS configuration first. Before that, IPv6 is not required, so disable IPv6 for my case. Okay, DNS configuration, click on that. DNS server, use the following DNS server address and hostname. DNS server is 2. Alternate server is not set right now. Host name I can set here. Host name is ESX, ESXi 3 because 1 or 2 is already taken. So it is 3. Okay. So click on enter. Okay. So after that, just see here, enter for changing and escape for exit. So I have already made the changes. So now I will click on escape. Okay. So it will ask for press Y for yes that I have changed, or no for N. So N for no and Y for yes. And suppose I press Y, then it will reboot after changing. Okay. So I have already set the IP address, customize IP address, and the hosting of the ESX server. Okay. So let it start first. Then I will show you the other options of the how the ESX server can be opened in the web browser through uh, web browser. We will open that, and I can and there I will show the other options to change the storage and add the storage, and we can change the configuration also of the hardware configuration of the ESXi host server also. So first it will generate a IP address link, web link for the ESXi host. That web link we need to open. Okay, so we will go to web browser and https://192.168.159.10. So 10 is the web browser. So here 159.10. Okay, so 10, enter. So click on advanced, continue. So here the ESXi host client, it is opened. Now click on the user ID, root, and the password. Now your ESXi server is ready, and check it. Okay. So here the store, you just see the screen. Here it is showing the host name ESXi 3.local domain because it is not yet added to the domain, and CPU, memory, and storage. Everything is on the screen. Okay, so as we have installed the trial version, so it is showing the trial version. The license will expire in 60 days. Okay. Go to there is no virtual machine here. You can create the virtual machine also. That we will discuss later. First of all, we will start adding the storage. Okay, so new data store, create. You can create a new VMware first data store if you have sufficient number of hard disks. So you can add the hard disk from your from here, from VMware workstation. But now as the machine is on, so you cannot add the hard disk. You can add the hard disk also from here. Click on that, and if you have sufficient storage in your host machine, then you can add the hard disk from here. And that hard disk, if you add there, then that hard disk can be added here also, because in the device it will show now only the CD-ROM drive and the VMware hard disk, that by default the hard disk you have configured 142 GB, that one. So what we can do now, we will create a new data store here, and we will utilize our NAS NFS which is the NFS, where the NFS is configured. So mount NFS data store, it is already configured there. The NAS name is NAS. NFS server's name is 192.168. Suppose I think I did not started it, so let it be first start. Just a minute, guys. Give me. I have done a little mistake for that. Okay, first I need to start NAS. Actually, here is one thing I should mention you. So if you want to uh, install create a new data store in that case, and that data store is on your NAS. So first, before switching on your ESXi hypervisor, ESXi host, first start the NAS, switch on the NAS, power on the NAS, so that when it will start the ESXi host, and once it is being configured, then it will automatically map that NFS drive. So in our case, as we have installed the ESXi host newly, so I am starting the NAS first. I have already installed ESXi host, uh, this one, and now I'm I have started NAS. So after starting the NAS, it you can see here, in if you go to device, it will not show, but after the NAS will be started, then you will show here the NFS device, or you can go to directly new data store, and you can show there, you can add the data store there as a NFS share. You can add as a new data store. So let's see whether it is on or not. The trueness is on, and if you can see that this is our NAS IP address 159.5. You can open it here, 192.192.195. Okay, this is also a Linux server, so the administration ID is root by default. So this is our TrueNAS. So what I will do, I will increase the capacity now. So what I will do, I will go to new store. Okay, new data store name. It is NAS. Next. Sorry, cancel. Sorry, new data store. What? So new data store. So, select device. This should not come like that. Just a minute. Data store. Yes, here, new data store. So we are going to mount the NFS data store. Click on that option. SAN is the data store name. IP address is 192.168.129.5. This is the NAS IP. So the share is MNT. What is the share? I just can show you. The share, go to share, then they will find the SAN is the share. Okay, MNT SAN. This is the share. Okay, so next, finish. So here is the data store. Okay, so now you have the storage of SAN, which is actually NAS. Basically, that share drive is configured on NFS server. NFS server and NFS share is been configured, and that NFS folder share folder is mapped in this storage. Okay, so thus we can install an ESXi host. Thank you guys. Hope you will enjoy this installation and configuration process. Now in my next video, I will go in details uh, how the other configuration of ESXi host server can be done. Okay, bye bye till then.